In 2019, the Member of Parliament for Eastern Portland, Linville Bloomfield, died tragically. This created a vacancy. Therefore, a by-election needed to be held. The People's National Party chose former East Rural Member of Parliament Damon Crawford to contest on their behalf, and the Jamaica Labour Party chose philanthropist Ann Marie Vaz to contest on their behalf. On April 14, 2019, Ann Marie Vaz defeated Damon Crawford by a narrow margin of 306 votes to break the 30-year hold that the People's National Party had on the constituency. In doing so, she became the first woman to serve as Member of Parliament for the Eastern Portland constituency. In addition, she joined her husband, Darrell Vaz, Member of Parliament for the adjoining West Portland constituency. In the 2020 general election, Mrs. Vaz increased her majority by defeating People's National Party candidate Purcell Jackson by 1,903 votes. During the course of her tenure as a Member of Parliament, Mrs. Vaz made the fixing of Portland's bad roads a priority and was very much hands-on, having a very strong presence at various road projects. She raised funds for the rebuilding of Port Antonio's Musgrave Market after it was destroyed in a fire. She also initiated the school bus system in her constituency. With all these activities, one would have thought that Mrs. Vaz should have easily won re-election. However, on election night, the preliminary count showed that she had been narrowly defeated by the PNP's Isaac Buchanan, who had only been the party's caretaker for less than a year. In the aftermath of Mrs. Vaz's surprise defeat, some of her supporters took to social media to blame East Portland voters for their ingratitude. However, if you take a deeper look, you may find possible factors that contributed to her defeat. There were still sections in her constituency where roads remained in states of disrepair, resulting in protests by residents. Protests were also made up of the lack of piped water, even though Mrs. Vaz had made public appeals to the authorities to solve these problems. Blue Lagoon is an attraction that has been enjoyed for generations by locals and foreigners, providing both recreational and income-earning activities. It was closed in August 2022 and was supposed to remain closed for 3 months, but didn't reopen until June of the following year. Since reopening, rafters and boaters have not been allowed to resume their trade. The public access road has remained closed. Therefore, persons wanting to go to the attraction have to enter through private property. This has been the cause of protests by residents of Portland. There is also a perception that well-to-do property owners are behind the restricting of activities. On Sunday, September 7th, 2025, the Sunday Gleaner published an article entitled Land, Loss and Loyalty, in which residents of East Portland gave their reasons as to why Mrs. Vaz lost her seat. The perception that labor rights take people's land. Mr. Buchanan's victory was seen as hope for resolving land issues. A diver said that no fisherman voted for Mrs. Vaz because they believed that she wanted to sell the beaches. The road that leads to the Rio Grande rafting start point in Berrydale remained in a state of disrepair. The cancellation of this year's Boston Drug Festival by the municipal authorities. Mr. Buchanan campaigned on these issues, and in spite of claims made of his unsuitability, he was able to score an upset win. The people of East Portland have spoken. Those who are disappointed at the outcome need to respect that and do some honest evaluation of Ann Marie Vaz's performance as a Member of Parliament.